So today I'm going to be installing a new catback exhaust on my 2004 Forester XT. The catback option that I opt for is a Yonaka Motorsport exhaust. Now I know a lot of people will say that this is a cheaper option for the Forester, but to be honest with you guys, searching on the internet for an exhaust compatible that made specifically for the Forester XT or the SG chassis in specific, not a whole lot of option, and you're paying kind of like a premium price for the exhaust here. Now, mind you, this car is just my winter beater. I have no intention of making it extremely nice. Now, I am going to be driving this throughout the winter here in the Midwest, and I do want to enjoy the car a little bit, so I thought I'd just go with a cheaper option. For those who want to look for like a cheaper alternative versus like it's say an Nvidia or a Cobb or something named brand, I'd say search the internet. But like I said, not a whole lot of options when it comes to a specific catback for this chassis. This car is really rusty. Currently has a Grinspeed downpipe on it already with a GD or 0207 STI catback, the OEM one. It's nice and all. It fits okay. You need to get extended hangers for it, but it's a little bit too quiet. For my liking. So I'm gonna switch it up here. Hopefully, open up the car a little bit. Hear a little bit of that Subi rumble, which is what I'm looking for. So I already went ahead and, as you can see, soaked them in some PB Blaster on the bolts and the hangers just to loosen things up, and hopefully we can take this out fairly quickly here. Well, I'll tell you what, after finding so many rusty bolts, especially the one that's connected to the downpipe here, this guy's finally out. Again, this is a GD STI OEM catback. It's seen its fair share of the rusty Minnesota road here, so it's coming out and it's getting replaced by the Yonaka exhaust here. So just a quick unboxing here. We're not going to go into full details of what comes in the box here. I would imagine the catback, since that is what I ordered, but looks like they gave us a nice swag, a hat here, some plate frames. This kit does come with some new gaskets and hardware, which is going to be much needed for this exhaust here. But let's go ahead and put this on the car. So the GoPro died, so I gotta just do a quick record on my phone here. So usually whenever receiving a new exhaust, I like to just take a look at the welds. Oftentimes these exhausts that comes very shiny from the factory, these are usually cleaned up or put with like some sort of like special coating to make it look shiny, usually just to hide imperfection or just to basically make the material look a little bit better. So on this exhaust here, all these welds here, it looks like it might be done by a person on the hanger here as well. And the way you could kind of tell is just the pattern on it. Now, I'm not a welder myself, but I worked with some welders for a number of years and kind of picked up a few tips and tricks along the way here. On the flanges, it looks like it may have been done on a machine. A person may have done it, don't really know. But for the price of this exhaust here, not too shabby. Now this is the mid pipe here. The axle back is over here. I did take a quick look over these already. Again, the welds here. Anything out of the ordinary. Now, it might be a good idea, especially for cheaper exhausts, just to check the flange to make sure that they're flat. Oftentimes, if like a manufacturer uses like a very thin flange, now this one here is a decent sized flange, it might warp, especially when they don't let it just sit and straighten out after the heat from the welding here cools down. But so far, I mean, no complaints on this exhaust. Hopefully it fits nicely. Now it does come with two exhaust adapters here, which I actually do appreciate and like here. Not a lot of manufacturers do this. Now this one over here, you take a look at it here, it kind of flares out. So it flares out to a 3-inch exhaust, which this one is, but it retains the OEM design here where you can use the donut side. Now I already have a 3-inch downpipe on my Forester, so we won't be using this. We should be using this guy over here where it's a 3-inch to a 3-inch and flat flanges so that you can use a flat gasket instead of a donut. Now taking a look at the kit again here, again this is the adapter 3-inch to 3-inch here. The kit or exhaust only comes with 2 3-inch gasket here and hardware enough for just 2 flange, where if you take a look at it, you're going to need 1, 2, and the other flange for where the mid pipe goes to the axle back here. So luckily I have an extra vibrant performance 3-inch gasket here. Part number I believe is 1458 here. Put it up on this guy here. Looks like it will work. I like how the vibrant gasket here is slotted. These are not, these are just circle, but just make sure if you do consider picking up this exhaust, you have an extra 3-inch gasket or donut, and hardware as well. I have extra hardware. These are from a previous exhaust, but it will work just fine here. What I do recommend, if you are gonna be putting on hardware back on your car, do yourself a favor and put on some anti-seize. Now again, if you live in a state where it's salty during the winter time, or they salt the road, it might not be a bad idea just to lube up some of the hardware here. That way in the future you'll thank yourself, you won't have to fight with any stubborn bolts, and things will come off clean and easy for you. Alright, and just that, the car is back down on the ground and we're pretty good. You want to make sure that you tighten all the nuts and bolts before you drop your car down. This is how it looks from the back side. It's kind of like an OEM plus type of look. I kind of dig it, but for what it is, not too bad. One thing I do want to know about this exhaust is the fitment isn't as great. I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. The issue is kind of go underneath here, right there in the middle section, right before the axle back. There's a hanger point. Unfortunately for this exhaust, the hanger that you have that's probably from factory probably will not work for it. You might need to get extended hanger. You could probably pick it up at O'Reilly's or AutoZone or wherever. Same thing for the 2 in the rear as well. You will need to get extended hangers. And one thing to know as well, if you have a tow hook hitch like me, you will definitely need one because it's gonna hit the frame for the tow hook there. So just one thing to note, but overall it's pretty decent. So of course, after installation, we gotta start up the car and see how she sounds. Now obviously I didn't record how the car sounds stock. If you know how a stock car sounds like, it's very quiet, so I feel like it's just not worth it to show you guys there. But let's go ahead and check out how this exhaust sounds. Apologize how dark it is, but this is how it sounds. It has a pretty low hum, not too bad. Obviously this is home start. have it. What do I think about the exhaust overall? I think it's fine for what it is. I paid roughly around $350 for it. You can find this exhaust on sale during the holidays or during any kind of big time event. I say, just check out Yonaka Motorsports website for their promos and whatnot. I'm pretty satisfied with it for $350 for a full catback exhaust. Can't really beat it. Besides just a few things like additional gaskets and hardware and longer hangers for this specific chassis. Not too bad. So you can definitely pick those up at your local either hardware store or automotive store like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or what have you. You should be good to go. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to like, comment, and then subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.